So, great job everyone, and without further ado, we'd like to introduce the first group to present, the Water and Sanitation team. Thank you.
Thank you, Iris. But before we do,
Good morning, everyone. So we are the two speakers from the Water and Sanitation team. And my name is Michelle. I'm from South Korea.
And I'm Yvonne from Malaysia.
So first of all, before starting our presentation, we would like to introduce our team members. So we have An from Vietnam, Hyewon from South Korea, we have me in the middle, Yvonne from Malaysia, and finally we have Mia from South Korea. So we divided our roles. For example, An gathered the data for our project, and Hyewon made the video, and Yvonne and me are presenting, and Mia, she helped with the SPSS to make the statistics from the data we've gathered from the survey. So we flew from different countries to come up here, and during 2 weeks we conducted surveys, we gathered information from the websites, and we made our best efforts to conduct and come out with a project. We can solve one of the major problems that is facing, the water and sanitation topic is facing. So we found out that water and sanitation topic is related to many sectors. For instance, it is related to not poverty, which is the first topic among the SDG, the 17 SDG topics, and it is also related to the health, to industry, and other SDG topics. So we found out that the water and sanitation topics is one of the most important topics that we have to deal with. So this is a brief map of our immersion. First of all, we went to Don Jose, and then we went to Santo Domingo, and then we also went to Laguna Water Station to get some interview. And from Don Jose, we conducted a survey, and from Santo Domingo, we visited the community, we interacted with them, we had sports day with them, and it was really fun. We want to show you a short video with the pictures and the videos that we have gathered after our survey in the local. That was a short video made after our immersion in the local. And now we want to show you the projection of the population of the whole city of Santa Rosa. We found out that this data analysis will be very important because as the population will grow fast, the water-related problem will become all the more important issue. So we wanted to show this this statistics which shows that the population is growing very fast. And we conducted the survey in San Jose Barangay, and we found out that most of them are buying the water, potable water, but some of them we're getting the water from shallow well. So we could make this diagram which shows some kind of
the source of water that each community and water company get the water from. For instance, the community were getting the water from shallow well for those who cannot afford water from the water company. And we also got to know from the interview with the Laguna Water responsible that they were getting water from the deep well. But we wanted to know if they wouldn't really challenge some of the problem with the resource, because they will face a problem of the lack of the water from the well. And we asked them, and they told us that this source of water can be guaranteed only for 35 years. So they were also conducting some researches and survey regarding how to use the surface water. So we found out that one of the main problems was to deal with the pollution of surface water. So the shallow well is polluted. The surface water is also polluted for now. So we found out that if we don't come up with solving the problem of surface water pollution, this vicious cycle will continue. So we wanted to focus on how to solve the problem with the surface water, and we wanted mostly the youth to be participating in the solution of this problem, because they will be the next generation who will deal with these problems again and again. One of the most astonishing statistics that we have found during our survey in Santo Domingo was the rate of mortality. Among the total rate of mortality, 12% were dead because of diarrhea, and it was water occurred. So we found out that it was a crucial problem that we have to solve. So they had lack of access to safe water. And we found out also from LLDA statistics that they are having some ecosystem problem, because most of the water company were using water from the deep well, and this was diminishing the amount of source of water from the stream and the lake, and this was damaging the ecosystem. So we wanted to know who were involved in solving this kind of problems, and we got to know that the government were conducting some activities such as environmental army and tree planting activities, and the NGO, for example, the WWF were funding the Laguna Water research team for using the surface water, and the private and public sectors were also involved in this. But there is a lack of participation of the community. So the major three problem is lack of access to safe water, the damaged ecosystem, the lack of participation of the local community, which is also linked to the 3 targets among the 8 targets in water and sanitation topic. So our project goal by 2030 is to provide 90% of Santa Rosa residents to get access to safe water. And second goal is that all barangay will have their own system of managing their nearby surface water. And third goal is that Laguna Lake will recover its ecological problem. Fourth goal is that 70% of Santa Rosa area will get access to sewage infrastructure. So we first of all wanted to solve with the existing problem by providing an existing way of solving with the surface water problem, which is the biohaven water filtering technique. And this is provided by the Floating Island International Company. And we wanted the youth to be involved in this process so that the next generation and the next generation can be educated in this technique and solve the surface water pollution to solve this problem related to surface water. So we thought that the main stakeholders would be the youth, but how to motivate them? First of all, we wanted to somehow give them incentive by award them through competitions, such as getting them involved in providing competition of designing trash bins, so that people can be induced in throwing the trash in the trash bin, and providing scholarship to students who are making researches on surface water, and third of all, providing them campaigns. And this will induce the participation of the youth, and that can use the creativity, passion, and responsibility of the youth. So we needed the help of the other stakeholders so that the youth can be involved in this project. So the next speaker will talk about the project.
So our project is Talk About Neverland. So I'm going to talk about the information of the project and also the implementation of the project. So basically, this is a natural resources and also is a natural phenomenon that can be found in different type of the countries such as US, UK, Africa, Myanmar, Singapore, Japan, and even more countries that can be found of this. So I would like to invite my team members to show the demo that we did last night of this project.
So as you can see, it actually is made by plastic bottles and a floating mat and also with car mat. So I will put it on the table and it can be seen later of our presentation. So it will be like this. So you can see this is one of the successful case study that done in USA and also in China.
Second, it's a very important point, which is to purify the water, which has the function of sewage system. And also it can have to produce like the waste breaking, and also it can improve the landscape, which can make the environment look even more beautiful and lasting. So this is how it's gonna work. So basically, I would like to show you like it can go through all the chemicals thing from the roots. So actually there's some plants on top of this thing. So it actually has 6 holes in between. So we will plant the holes. We will put the plant on the hole. And the purpose of this car mat is because to let the roots to get deep into it and to grow even more longer. So when it grows even more longer, and it will not touch to the bottom of the river or the stream or even ocean. So it will produce like a buoyancy, so it can help to float even more better. So the material and the cost is very simple. You can see I just used an ABC mat, which is this, and also with some super glue, and also with some string and some plastic bottles. So it only costs 432 pesos. So you can see like each pot is 40 meters square times 12 meters. So you can actually produce like 6 pots of this thing. This is just a demo, so it can be bigger size as you want. So the price depends on the size that you produce. So the impact. This is a successful case study in USA. It's called as a fish fry lake. So you can see that it's actually very dirty. You can see the water is very dirty. But after this thing, it became very clear. It purifies the water at the same time. So the sustainability of the project is to improve the water quality without chemical treatment. So it also can create an important wetland habitat to the birds, to the plants, and also some kind of the insects. Because when you have the plants on top of this thing, it can actually let another habitat to grow on it. And that's one important point. Because in the barangay that we went, we know that they actually get flood in that area. And so when the flood is coming, this thing can be just float any like the length or maybe any type of the water level that it wants, because it can be flood. And one thing that is people can live on top of it.
It depends on the size of the things that you build, but it can grow and you can sustain your life on top of this thing. The reason is because we have found out a case study in another place that both of this person is a couple and they build their own Neverland. Grow on it. They can fish and they grow their own plants to eat. So it also can filter and digest the excess nutrients and also the organic solids. So the management is just very easy. So you can see it is like the solids and the chemical oxygen with the phosphorus, nitrogen, copper, zinc, and oil and grease. From the level of 175, it became to 55. So it actually removes a lot of the chemical contents
a biological and a cheap way. So the project timetable is just simple. So the first 2 days, we are going to communicate and to educate the community. And after that, we are going to design the things. So it depends on the street, it depends on the lake, it depends on the lagoon, how big it is, and we're going to design a suitable project of this thing. So after that, we're going to use 2 days for installation, and we will observe, and also we will give feedback after 7 days of observation. This is because we want to know whether this thing is going to work on that stream or not. And after that, if it's working, so we will going to do another observation again. So if it's not working, we are going to find another design of this project. So after that, another 7 days, we will also going to have a meeting and observation. It will just like a cycle and keep on continuing. And I would like to invite Mr. Kiwon to explain another about our conclusion and also the expectation of our project.
Excuse me, please make it fast, okay?
Hello, my name is Kiman. Good morning. I'm the man who made the. Yeah, thank you for sharing this. Thank you for great opportunity to say my opinion in front of you. Since 2013, I have worked for the victims of landslide and Typhoon Yolanda as a volunteer in the Philippines. That time, I watched it that one old woman and 3 children died from cancer and measles. I was very angry with myself that I could not do anything for them. I tried to find the reason. The main reason was the accessibility of water. From that time, I worked for solving the water problem. And now I'm here with you. Water can save people. Water can give people opportunity to the next generation for being future leader. Please pay attention and start whatever you can to save the future. Thank you.